Hi, hello, what's up? We are back with Mama with the Munchies. It has been a minute. Look, bitches is moms, okay? And bitches is depressed. And niggas ain't shit. So, give me my grace, baby. Give me my grace, okay? But I'm coming real sexy for you today, okay? Real Detroit, real flashy right now, okay? Well, it's almost Christmas. A bitch has been stressed the fuck out. Honestly. I have not one, not two, but three picnic them. So it's been, and my daughter's birthday is in December. She's a mean ass Sagittarius, so but things are going, life is going. It's warm as fuck in Detroit today. Global warming is real. This episode is going to be a little longer because we have so much to talk about. Okay. I hope you guys are having an amazing holiday. And if you aren't, my heart is with you. And I am proud of you for making it this far, and you will get through the rest of it. We will, because, we are in this together, okay? So, the first thing I want to talk about, it was a Twitter thing, or it might have been on just social media, whatever. I saw it on Twitter. A picture with a caption. Picture is of, like, 4 or 5 kids in matching Christmas pajamas, and then one kid is in different pajamas. And all the faces are like covered up or whatever of the kids. Good. The caption is like, I can't remember exactly like from whose perspective it was. I think it was from the moms, but the grandma bought matching pajamas for all of the kids that were biologically her grandchildren. And I guess the oldest one was from, a previous situation with the mother, and did not get that little girl pajamas. I think it was a little girl, that child pajamas. I want y'all to know, I am from Detroit. Not only am I from Detroit, I am a black woman, a black mom. I would have dragged that old bitch from right there in her house all the way down to the fucking county lines, because who the fuck? That is such an evil, miserable thing to do, and you're doing it to a child. Like, of course you're upsetting them. I don't know if I don't know backstory, whatever. You might want to upset the mom. Cool, you got that, but like, what about this child? Like, just fuck the kid, huh? That kid don't deserve that. And had them put in, like, the kids put them on. You know how I can't explain how like pissed off I would be, how like I would, and I always tell my children, like, y'all are all y'all have. So if I did have a child or another child, out of previous situation, it don't matter. It do not matter. They're siblings. They're brothers and their sisters. Like that, for you to do that, and that can create separation within the kids, with they not consciously doing it, but it's like you do. And imagine what other stuff she does. I would not allow my kids at her house. After I beat her ass, I would not allow her kids to my house after she recovers. Because you're not about to fuck up with my kids, their relationships with each other. And then also fuck up my oldest or whatever, my kid that's that may feel some type of way because the dad in the household isn't the dad, her biological dad, or the dad, she may already have feelings like that. And then she gonna go to your house and you gonna subject her to fucking abuse. Oh, lady, I don't care if you like, if you disrespect my children, like, that's not even me, my children, I'm not doing it. It's nothing to talk about. My mouth is dry in the mouth. I don't have any munchies today. I got my kids' little baby bottles of water. So yeah, that's wild to me that a woman, an adult would be that miserable and that hateful to do something like that. Wild. And y'all gotta keep y'all gotta tell y'all mom something, man, because y'all be letting y'all moms just like really be rude, mean, just like for no reason. Y'all need to check your mamas, okay? Y'all need to before she get dragged. Also, Meg Thee Stallion graduated, which is amazing. Congratulations to her. To do that, not graduating college is a huge feat, period. But then to do that while also having a rap career that is just steady on the incline, and you're having more deals and more, you're doing more things, performing more places like that. That's crazy. That's crazy impressive. And then she's also been already giving back, which is like, when these Black women rappers give back and do things in the way that they do them now, as soon as they like are on, it don't take 10, 15, 20 years. When they do these things as soon as they're on, it's like, damn, so it's been this easy the whole time. It's been this easy the whole time, and y'all really just decided not to do it. Crazy to me. But she's hiring classmates to, work with her, and it's so amazing. It's so amazing. Congratulations to her. Astroworld, we never got to talk about Astroworld, but you guys know, I think. But if you don't know, Astroworld is a festival, music festival by Travis Scott, and what happened was people died. I think 4 people died. There was many people injured. It was people that were rushing into like the gates, rushing into the festival. It was a lot, okay? Right now, the Congressional Committee launches investigation into Daily Astroworld concert. Oh my gosh, it's so many things have been happening. Travis Scott had his first interview with Charlamagne, which is like, I don't understand why Charlamagne is the person that y'all think is the spokesperson for the culture. Like, but he did have an interview with him. I heard some of it, and it was not really any answers to anything, but obviously you can't just blame one person for a whole festival. Like, you know how many things go into festivals? The victims, wow, the youngest victim was 9. The rest of the 10 victims range in age from 14 to 27. That is crazy. 300 people were injured and treated at the festival site, and 25 were taken to hospitals. I don't know, like, that's crazy. I wouldn't take my kids to a concert just because I don't really like kids, but other people do. So my kids would be at home while I'm out having fun. Fuck. Did you guys see the Kanye Drake benefit concert for Larry Hoover? Did you guys see that bullshit? I didn't see all of it. I saw clips of it. So, one of the questions that everyone seemed to have was, how is this benefiting free Larry Hoover? And I don't even know if this nigga needs to be free. Does he need to be free? I know he was, a gangster, but look, I get it. There's a lot of people, especially Black people, that are wrongfully imprisoned, or like their sentences were like fucking ridiculous for the crime they committed. So I get it, but I just don't know specifically if this nigga should be let free. I don't know. But yeah, people were questioning like how exactly is this benefiting him. Then Kanye was doing, I guess, old songs or whatever, And Drake was talking about being a lesbian, and it was just like unbalanced. But my whole thing was like, what the fuck is Jay Prince? How does he keep, what type of hold does he have on these niggas? Like, I don't even think it's like a know your secrets thing. It's like he is intimidating as fuck thing, and like, and he not even saw Drake looking down on that nigga scared. Like, if you say so, I mean, cause that nigga had big, you better say what I told you to say or I'ma whip your ass energy. Cause that nigga got big black mom, abusive black mom energy, big precious mama energy. He got that I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't do this motherfucking concert. And like, Drake, I'm gonna beat your ass if you don't do this motherfucking I don't know, but that's what I am most interested in is who the fuck is he? At the concert, I guess Cayenne was begging for his wife back. What type of shit abusive niggas do? Like, what type of that is like when men propose in front of a bunch of people, and like, I feel like if you know somebody, you would know if that's something they want or not. And I feel like some men do it to try to like push her or pressure her to say yes. And I feel like that was pressure. And as big as she is, as they are, like, that's a lot of pressure to put on someone. And I understand why she was like, fuck that, legally single me, because you're not about to do this to me. Like, what? Like, that was so fucked up for him to do that. And then because I've heard little snippets before of him saying, you know, he want his wife back or embarrassing his wife or whatever. But it's like, bro, as big as y'all are, that's not something you need to be doing in front of everybody where, you know, people on the outside. Because I'm sure there's shit that she that she hasn't told everybody. You know, it's shit that go on in your relationship. When you are in a relationship, you are together every day and, you know, just living life, having kids. Like, it's so much that goes on in y'all relationship. And it's a lot of stuff that I'm sure she might be embarrassed. Like, I don't want to tell people this because, like, of who I am, and people will view me differently, and I'm not supposed to be this type of woman, or, you know, whatever. And she's not telling other things is going on, and all the public sees is like, oh, they're breaking up. Oh, she's with this younger nigga. Oh, now he's on stage begging for her. Oh my God, take your husband back. No, good for her. Good for her. Because her and Pete look like they having a lot of fun. A lot of fun. If you know, a lot of fun. If you know what I'm saying. I just binged BMF not so long ago. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good. And being from Detroit and, you know, being a kid, not knowing too much about it. And then also having roots downriver. I didn't know that they had roots downriver. It's like, oh my God, this is wild. Like, they filming in places I literally frequent. They're filming in places I was literally there, you know. It's crazy. And then, like, the storytelling, amazing. And Meech is an amazing actor. He is so fine. All the actors in there was good. They were amazing. The villain, I forgot his name. He was amazing, and he had a Detroit accent. I'm like, he sound like a nigga from the hood. And you know, I did my research, and he's British. I never would have guessed that. I would have been like, maybe New York, Chicago. Nigga's British, and he got his accent. He modeled his accent off of the director, who's from Detroit. But I'm like, that nigga sounds perfect. Like, what? I thought I deadass thought that he might have had a dialect coach, and I'm like, that's because he was like amazing. But yeah, everyone in there is amazing actors. The cinematography. I love cinematography. Okay, the cinematography. The way that people brains work when they read, like they see the script and they see how things supposed to be, and it's like, okay, this will be dope if the camera slid down here. Is this impact? Like, how do you even think that? Like, y'all are amazing. Oh my god, I love the cinematography. It was very original. It gave more depth to the story. What was that? Cash Doll was amazing. The way, okay, let me tell you something. The Wire is probably my favorite show of all time. It's top 2. The Wire and Breaking Bad. I think The Wire might be it. The Wire, what The Wire did so well, okay, was first making the city a character. You feel like you know Baltimore after you watch it. Not only did they go on like different facets of the city, as far as like, you know, schools, newspapers, police department. What they did was the food. They talked about the food there. They talked about how the environment would be. They talked about as far as like climate and where they're at, the language that they use, the accents. It was so many people in The Wire that were picked out of Baltimore, so they were Baltimore people. They brought the Baltimore energy, like, naturally. The accents, the slang, like, you feel like you know the city. And the way that they did the shots of things of the city, you know, aerial shots and all that shit, it was like, it really made Baltimore a character in the show, which a lot of shows don't really do that. It's just like a background. They did the same exact thing with Detroit and BMF. The saying pop, going to the Coney, talking about specific streets in Northland, the mall, and like things like that. I'm like I know this, because I do know it, but it's like, this is amazing that this is really like part of the show. Like, a lot of shows, you could take the cast and everything, put them in a different city, a different inner city, or a different big city, and it's like, it still gives the same, it's still the same, because that's just the background. It's just going, okay, it's going to change what we actually, you know, we're not going to go out and do this, we're going to go out and do that. Oh, it's snowing right here, so instead of going to, you know, out the beach, we're going to go to a cap. Like, you could just pick them and put them wherever. You could not do that with The Wire, and you cannot do that with BMF. And I'm amazed and I'm proud. Look, a bitch trying to be on there. What? That show is so good. So good. And I was upset that there was only 7 or 8 episodes. Not enough, my nigga. It wasn't fucking enough. Meech is amazing. All of them are amazing, but Meech he's gorgeous and amazing. The Jussie Smollett case, he was found guilty. But it's so much going on. I personally, it seems like they're missing pieces to the story, which, you know, whatever. Only people I'll know will be those 2 or 3 people, which is, you know, okay. But it just for me, the way that things are being presented, it seems like they're still missing pieces. Not saying that Jussie is innocent of things, because he clearly lied about many of the things that went on, or about the attack. But no, I'm busy. He clearly lied about the attack, about the way things happened, about the things that happened. But it still doesn't make sense to me. Nevertheless, now they're saying that his the initial handling of his allegations were mishandled, because if you guys remember, this has been going on since 2019. When it first happened, and they're like, the brothers, the people that allegedly attacked him, told them that it was fake. They brought charges against Jussie, but then they were abruptly dropped. They're saying that this is okay. So Kim Fox, the prosecutor, she lied about cutting off contact with Smollett's sister, Journey Smollett. It's amazing. I've been in love with her since I was like 6. But after knowing the actor had become a suspect in the police investigation. So I don't know they were friends before or what, but basically they found 17 messages exchanged and 5 phone calls exchanged with Journey 5 days after declaring publicly in February 2019 that she dropped the charges. So now they're like, this is going to go on for a while, apparently, because this shit is not stopping. So she had recused herself from the case before it was dropped. But when someone else took over the case, he was indicted on the charges, and he was found guilty of 5 of 6 felony disorderly conduct for filing a police report. I don't know, I feel like there's holes, but all in all, it seems like niggas was lying. And I mean, that's what niggas do. Niggas lie. Niggas lie and play video games. But I don't know, it just seems weird because it's like Empire was doing really good. He was doing really good. He's a talented singer and actor. I know his family has been in the business forever. You know, he's been working for a while. And it just seems weird that, like, you would do that to garner attention at, like, the specific time that it I don't know. All of it seems fucking weird. Erykah Badu is apparently dating one of her background singers who is 27. And Erykah, how old is Erykah Badu? Is she 50? I hope that wasn't insulting. How old is she? She's 50. Oh, I was right on the nose. So Erykah Badu's 50 and her new man is 27. And I feel like I do believe that sometimes older people and younger people just do fall in love, you know, and that's normal. But when I do think it's an issue is when that older person only, like, it's a history, it's a pattern, it's only young people. And then that's when it's like, okay, you clearly have a problem, because that's a problem. That's predatory. Okay, that is predatory. But what the problem with this, I believe, is that that's her employee. So if that wasn't her employee, for me, the younger thing wouldn't be that much of an issue, because it seemed like the men that she usually dates are like her age. But it's like, that's your employee and he's younger than you, and it kind of makes it even more weirder, you know? You shouldn't be dating your employees. Especially when I feel like the bigger the gap, because, okay, say you work at Walmart, your manager and y'all pay gap not that big, baby, okay? So I feel like that it still is a power. It definitely is a power structure there that you might not want to fuck with. But I feel like the bigger the gap is, the wage gap is, the bigger the power structure and the bigger the issue can be. And I can only imagine that Erykah Badu, the millionaire, is getting paid way more than a background singer. And I don't know, it's weird, you know. It gives off weird vibes. But I mean, look, I just want people to be careful and look out for themselves. Always gotta look out for yourself, okay? That can end terribly for that young man. In the meantime, though, she is paying his bills and bought him a new car, which is like, look, I get it. I get it. Look, I get where she's coming from, okay? She has all this money, and buying that stuff for him is probably for her like buying a pack of gum at the gas station, you know? So it's not like a big deal. It's like, here, take this little thing, baby. Take this little change, you know? Oh, I'm gonna get you, oh, you need a car. Okay, let me make sure I get you this card. It ain't gonna put no dent nowhere in my pocket. Okay, I feel you. I mean, men don't deserve nothing, but and he's younger too, so she probably trying to show that nigga the way. Good on you. Fix that nigga up so he can be a good husband to somebody. In nerd news, it's been a lot going on. Finally getting back in like the MCU groove. Even though the Omarion variant is out there putting a stop to niggas' plans, it's still it's picking up. It's probably, I think it should slow down a little because it's getting crazy out there. COVID is getting crazy out there with COVID. So, you know, I hope it does slow down as far as you know, trying to push out all these projects. Just to keep people safe. Not only people working, but then it's also the people that rush into the movie theaters to see it. You want to keep everybody, the people that work in the movie theaters, you know, want to keep everybody safe. I hope. Shit. Spider-Man No Way Home just came out, and I haven't seen it yet. Tickets sold out so fast for, you know, the Thursday first shows. But I hear nothing but good things about Spider-Man No Way Home. I can't wait. That is my favorite superhero. It's been my favorite superhero since I was a child, and I can't wait to see it. I think I'm gonna see it. Oh, I should go tomorrow. I might go tomorrow, and then I'll do a review. So yeah, I've heard nothing but good things about the movie. One thing I do have a gripe about, even though the movies are fucking amazing, but it's like, and I get why. We can talk about why after. I get the reason for it. But like, I don't like that you always gotta have somebody with him. Like, okay, Iron Man, Nick Fury, now Doctor Strange. Can't I just be a Spider-Man Spidey out here by myself? But because it's a Sony and MCU collab, this is me putting things together. You know, logical thinking, because it's Spider-Man being in the MCU is part of a Sony deal. I'm assuming that Marvel wants to have one of the main characters in every movie. You know, I'm assuming that's why they have it like that, because none of the other movies were like that. Like, they're co-stars. These aren't just like appearances. Like, these are co-stars for Spider-Man movies. But I mean, the movies are fucking great irregardless. So I'm really excited to see it. And Tom Holland and Zendaya finally came out as a couple. I say finally because I really think they've been a couple since the fucking first movie. Look, I wholeheartedly believe that, and they've just like denied rumors or whatever. And it don't seem like you really see any of them out, like doing regular stuff. Like, when you see them out, they're like on a red carpet or at an event or whatever. So, but they're adorable together. They're so cute. And yeah, happy for them. Was it Kevin Feige? One of them people said that finally said it, because, you know, everybody's like, Daredevil, Charlie Cox is Daredevil. And he finally said that if they do have Daredevil, and that's why I think a lot of people were kind of like fucking shit up. You know how people like to take things like, oh my god, Daredevil about to be in MCU. What he said was, I'm trying to get the direct quote. Oh, he 5'10". Charlie Cox looks shorter than that. So what he said, if you were to see Daredevil in upcoming things, Charlie Cox, yes, will be the actor playing Daredevil. Where we see that, how we see that, when we see that remains to be seen. And in that last part kind of makes me think that, oh, he must be already in something, or he must be in the work, something that they filming, he must already be in. They introducing this nigga, gots to be. Because why would he say that last time, like, oh, where we see that, when we see that? How we see that remains to be seen. Bitch, you practice that in the mirror, nigga. Fuck out of here. But yeah, so Charlie Cox is our Daredevil, and as he should be. Daredevil was another comic book character I really liked as a kid. But yeah, so we can all look forward to that, I think, if you're an MCU fan, of course. So the last thing I want to talk about, also, Letitia Wright is losing her mind again, apparently. This is, I think, kind of allegedly. Let me get it right up so I can tell you for sure what Miss Ma'am done said this time, Miss Anti-Vax Ma'am. Black Panther had paused production, and they're saying that it was because of Letitia Wright. And what many people were saying at first is like, oh, she don't want to get the vaccinations, whatever, because she has been presumably anti-vax from the tweet she tweeted. Like, she tweeted some tweets, okay? And it was, you know, anti-vax type tweets. So that's, people just kind of assume that, oh, it must be that. But what came out was that she injured herself. But I mean, you know, they still do lies and shit like that in Hollywood. They'll lie. But I don't know why they would like say, oh, she injured herself and that's it. That feels very on, like, that makes sense to me. That she just injured herself and that she's not out of Black Panther. Even though, you know, I wouldn't fucking mind it, me, myself. People have been very open about, like, at first it was like Shuri needs to be the new Black Panther because it makes sense within the comics. And, you know, we like Shuri as a character, we like Letitia, and then Letitia started going crazy and Hosepi on us. And then it was like, oh, well, can't we just recast her? Oh, wait, we could just recast him too, because fuck this. And that was just like the timeline of events. But it was crazy. But I would not mind swapping her out. There was a lot of other warriors and stuff we could have made. All them Black women, one of them, put this little one of them bitches. Come on now, come on, do what you gotta do. But as far as recasting Black Panther, like as Chadwick, like acting like it's the same person, I don't know if my heart could take that personally. But this bitch, get her out of here. Hit the dough. Hit the dough. We good on you. We good on you, boo. All up. The last thing I want to talk about is in the kid corner. It's sad, but the impact that this has on these kids is the lasting impact. So this man in Baltimore, I believe, murdered his ex-girlfriend, his pregnant ex-girlfriend, and then murdered his ex-wife. He had 2 kids with the ex-wife and 2 sons, and he did these murders, this murder spree, with his 2 children in the car. They didn't see anything, thank God, but they were in the car with him while he was doing his murder spree. And then he killed himself after he killed his ex-wife. And mostly what I want to talk about is he made a video when he was going to see his ex-wife. He made a Facebook Live as he was going to his ex-wife's house. What he said was that he shot his ex-girlfriend in the head. She was pregnant, and they got into an argument, and she threatened to do what his ex-wife was doing with him with the children. What he claimed is that his ex-wife had accusations that he touched the kids or abused the kids. It was some type of abuse, and and to keep him away from the kids. And he subsequently shot his ex-girlfriend, his pregnant ex-girlfriend, then drove to his ex-wife's house. And that's what he was saying, that he was going to do the same thing to his ex-wife. And she saw him, she opened the front door, and she didn't close the door, lock the door. It didn't seem like, it seemed like she trusted him. And he came right in behind her and he says, "Today's the day," and it cuts off. So, one of the main things he was saying in the video, after he was talking about killing these women that don't play with people's emotions, don't play with people's hearts, and that one little stupid fucking sentence that he said after he murdered a woman and was telling us about his plan to murder another, has people having sympathy for him, saying things to the tune of, you know, you can't keep kids from their dad, and you can't, you know, have arguments turn into things like this, and not putting the blame on him, and not actually saying that it's his responsibility. He killed these women. That's his responsibility. He did that. Nothing these women said at that one point. He wasn't. I want y'all to understand this, guys. When men in particular have these big bursts of violence, like killing their family, or you know, being a serial killer and just killing random women, it's never an isolated thing. There's a history. There's always a history of violence. Always. This man didn't just snap because of this one thing this woman said. This man, I am 100% sure he has a history of violence. It's never, if I watch a lot of serial killer documentaries and series and movies, these people harmed animals as kids. They were problems at school. They would destroy things at home, and they would harm people at home. Abusers have a history of abuse. It's not something that turns on and off. This man, this abuse takes, and because he did this to me as a fucking logical person that understands how abuse works, her claiming that he abused the kids, maybe he did or he didn't, you know, we don't know. But there was not, there could not have been no reason for her to make those claims. If she didn't want the kids to see him because of stuff that he did to her, or stuff, maybe he did do something, he hurt them, is no way that this man killed these two women in cold blood and then killed himself because he can't go to jail. Of course not. Of course not. He can kill women. Can't go to jail though. It's no way that this was the first instance of violence anyone has ever seen out of him. It's absolutely no way. So, hope he's rotting in hell, burning in hell. He left those two boys without responsible parents, which would have been the woman. I don't know the relationship. Maybe the ex-girlfriend, she might have been a mother figure too. But they don't have a mother. It seems like they're better off without him, but they don't have a mother. And it's traumatic. This is something these kids can see. The videos on the internet, you can see the video like this. Those kids will have to live with this for the rest of their lives. They will be healing from this for the rest of their lives. And for people to make this man out as a victim, it makes my skin crawl. It makes me want to puke. Like I feel angry and sick to see people make this killer a victim. I just, it really, oh my God. I just can't, I don't understand how people's brains work, because he said don't play with people's emotions. He just killed some, like, what, do you think that's an excuse for him to kill somebody? That's not an excuse. That's the same as these men rejecting the women. Oh, well, he shouldn't have talked. She shouldn't have said this to him. No, that's still not a reason for you to kill somebody. We shouldn't have to be nice because we fear for our lives, okay? We shouldn't have to be nice to a man because we fear for our lives in any situation. We shouldn't have to. We shouldn't have to walk lines and like, oh, don't play with these emotions. That's very just like very vague. Like, and then the people saying this again, they don't know if the claims that the ex-wife was making are true or not. And if it came out that it is true, are those people gonna even, take back what they said or even address it? Probably not. But it's sick. It's really sick. And people that feel like this murderer, if people feel like this murderer is a victim, you are out of your fucking minds. You're out of your fucking minds, okay? And if anything, it's about protecting your kids. As a mom, I've grown to learn that even though you would think that, yeah, moms and dads should have that same type of love for the kids, they don't. They don't. And as a mom, my kids, I can hate you so much, but if I feel like what I'm doing is going to put my life in danger, I'm not, just because I know my kids need me. They need me. Okay, they don't need that man. They need me. So for him to even put his anger and his sick feelings above his children, that's really just like fucked up to me, because there's so many women out there that get abused by the men that are in their homes. They get abused. They get in all types of abuse, financially. They get physically, emotionally, mentally, all this type of abuse. And do you see a lot of these women killing all their exes? How many stories have you heard like that, where she fed up, don't play with her emotions, and she killed a dude she with, and she go drive and go kill her ex dude, and the ex one, because niggas do us wrong. I mean, look, that's just how it is. Men do us wrong. And if we as people, we're all people, if we as people, as women, if we have the restraints to go through these harder things at the hands of men and do not snap, which women do snap. I'm not saying they don't, but statistically, men are the ones that kill their wives, that kill their girlfriends, that kill their children. Statistically, men do that. Okay. And I feel like if women have this restraint, if women can do it, then men definitely have the capacity to. They just choose not to. They just like, I hate giving them fucking, the world gives men just so much leeway. Men get so much fucking leeway. It's crazy. They kill women for rejecting them. And there will still be people backing them. There will still be men backing them. Well, she shouldn't have done this. Well, that's what happens. Can't play with his feelings. The entitlement. The fathers that just get to not be fathers and everything's cool. Everything's fine. Like no one cares. Just nobody cares. Fuck the kids, right? Like the amount of people, including my siblings, that have grown up without a dad is astronomical. And I'm not talking about color. I'm talking about men, period. Just, God, just fucking, and then it's like people don't want you to hold them accountable too. Just like this, they're not. He killed women. He's not even being held accountable. Like what? What's wrong with you? What's wrong with you? What the fuck is this? What? So, thank you guys. I was hearing me rant and shit, but thank you guys for watching another episode. I'm getting my shit together. Okay, I have 3 kids. I have 3 kids and a lot of responsibilities. I'm fucking doing my best. Okay, but yeah, I'm gonna do better. I'm gonna do better, and I'm just happy that you guys, you know, are entertained by the stupid shit I be saying. So, I mean, I really appreciate you guys for listening and watching. And I will see you guys very, very soon.